Hi, I'm Jowett Yu. I'm the chef of Yu Ho Lee Fook restaurant in Hong Kong. Next, I'm gonna make a steamed grouper with fermented chili, lardo, and preserved lemon. This dish is inspired by the greatest restaurant in Hong Kong, my favorite, called the Chairman. They do the same, but with a giant grouper head. So first, we're going to take this grouper, we're gonna slice it in slices, then we're gonna marinate it, okay? So I want it to be maybe about 1 centimeter slices. So you can use, whatever fish actually. You can use barramundi, which is kind of nice. You can use a giant grouper. This one is a tiger grouper. It will be just as good with maybe coral trout as well. So I think maybe a fish that is like a white fish, not too fatty and mild in flavor. I wouldn't recommend using salmon, just because it's too fatty already. So next, we're gonna marinate this with egg white. So what the egg white does is to form like a protective coating to steam when steaming, so it doesn't lose too many juices. A bit of cornstarch. Next, just a little bit of bicarb. Sometimes giant grouper, when you get it at the market, it's too fresh. It's still in rigor mortis. So this just sort of break down the muscle fibers just a little bit. Okay, marinate this through. Then we're gonna set this aside. Okay, next, I'm gonna take some fermented chilies, maybe 2. And these are long red chilies, so it's not that spicy, but it's really funky with all the lacto fermented juices that's been going for a few years now. So I'm just gonna roughly chop this. I don't want it to be like a puree. Now, if you can't find fermented chilies, you can also use pickled chilies. Okay, so at the supermarket, you can go to the chili section. They're gonna have chili oil, fermented chilies, pickled chilies, all types of different chilies. Okay, what I've got here is finely chopped preserved lemon. I freeze a whole lemon, so it really damages the structure of the lemon, and I cut it into 4s, but not all the way through, okay, into quarters. I pack it in salt, and then I sous vide it, and maybe about 2 weeks later, it's ready, okay? So this is a house-made preserved lemon, but you can also use salted lemon. In the wet market, they have ham ling mong, which is just as good, but you might have to adjust the seasoning a little bit because it's already seasoned with salt. So what I've done here is to rinse it under the running water for a long time, then I finally chop it, okay? So I'm gonna add a bit of preserved lemon, which is gonna add another layer of umami. And then we're gonna add the smoked lardo, which is gonna slice really fine, okay? So I'm gonna slice this as thin as possible. And this is gonna add that like meaty richness and umami-ness. So that's gonna be thin slices. I cut it in half, right? And I mix this through. I'm gonna add a little bit of the fermented liquid, okay? A little bit of moisture, and it's also gonna give it a little bit of like form the basis of the dressing that we're gonna make. We're gonna lay the fish fillet, just sort of arrange it on the plate that's gonna go on. Then this mixture is gonna go on top. Okay, that's it. So, first thing that I'm gonna do is preheat the oven at 100 degrees steam before I get going, okay? So I've got an oven on now. So I need 100% humidity and hot air. And just preheat the oven. So now that I have the oven preheated, I'm ready to cook now. Okay, so this will go in for maybe about 5 to 6 minutes. So timer just went off. Let's check. Okay, so let me taste first. So it's quite acidic from the fermenting juices. I just add a bit of water. Then I'm gonna add some soy sauce. Use a touch of soy sauce. This here I've got kombu extract, which is the extract from kombu. Maybe like half a teaspoon. And to that, I'll add a bit of chili oil as well. That's 2 tablespoons. We're ready to plate. Just lay the dressing over each piece of fish. Okay, clean up the plate a little. I'm gonna finish the dish off with a bit of garnish, some chopped green shallots. This bowl of steamed rice. Happy days.